Hey, what's going on, guys? Want to do a quick video about the ultimate guide to trend following. There's a various strategies in terms of trading. There is a trend following, which is you try to identify which is the direction of the trend, whether the stock is going up or down, and try to ride the trend. Or there's other strategy of mean reversion, which is you want the stock to go, you want to go and sell at resistance, buy at support, sell at resistance, buy at support. So the strategy that we are going to talk about today is about trend following, which is which is the easiest way to actually trade, and you're trying to identify the direction of the stock or whichever market you're trying to trade, and you just want to ride the trend. Now, in terms of to define what is an edge, right? To do anything in terms of trading, right, you need to have an edge. I mean, if you don't have an edge in the market, then chances of you making money is next to zero, not nil, right? So in terms of an edge, the edge is really the probability of the win, right? Is that a concern? It is, right? I mean, if you even if you have 50% win rate, and if you still make some decent amount of money, as long as you cut your losers, then you'll still be okay. What do I mean by that? I mean, in terms of probability of win, uh, if you have, let's say if you go and have you buy stock a couple of times and you actually make money 50% of the time, but you keep your losers small, right? On the other hand, if you keep your winners, let your winners to run, then even though you might have only 50% win rate, at the end of the day, you'll still come up ahead. And of course, the size of the win is part of an edge as well. I mean, if you win 100 times and you only win, let's say 1%, by the time that you lose, you actually lose say 20%, then of course, I mean, there's no really point of having a lot of wins if uh, one loss can actually go and wipe out your account, right? So try to understand based on your past history. Take a look at what is your probability of winning. How often do you really win? And when you do win, do you have a massive winner, or do you have like a so winner that you know what? At times you might actually lose, and you actually lose a hell lot. When you're a beginning trader, that is always something that you're really challenged towards. I mean, you might be making a whole lot of money during the week, and come Thursday or Friday, you tend to not only lose that amount of profit you made, but also you might actually go negative, which is a real, not the proper use of the mental capital. Now, let's take a few look at a few charts. In terms of trend following, right? We are looking at one of the most recent charts, something like Shopify. In terms of identify the trend, the three moving averages that I personally use is the 10-day, the 20-day, and the 50-day moving averages. So as long as the price is over the 10, 20, 50-day moving averages, I can take a quick look and understand that, you know what, is the stock trending up or is the stock trending down? If the stock is above the moving averages, chances are I want to take only long positions. And in terms of the trend following, what really is, if you can look from left to right and take a look at which direction the stock is really going, right? So let's say we're looking at the price somewhere over here. You can actually see the price went up, it had a higher low, it went up, at a higher low, and then the trend is just going on, right? So in terms of hopping onto the trend, as long as there's an established trend, it would give you enough time to get in. So don't panic that, you know what, a couple of, let's say even if you go and buy at say $50, and if you stop at 40, you go and risk $10, this $50 end up going $100, right? So if you buy something at $50 and you risk $10, you're risking 20% on the stock, but this one actually went up to make 100%, right? 50 became 100. So you risked 20%. If you make 100%, do it a couple of times, you know what? You will actually do a lot of better. Now, one more chart I want to show you is AOI. Once again, 25, we look from left to right, take a look in the direction of which direction the stock really is. Once we identify the direction of the stock, which is clearly identified over here, all you're trying to see is this stock is it gonna still trend up or is it gonna trend down, right? Let's say you identify the stock over here, it had higher high, higher low, went up, came back higher high, higher low, and this is we actually saw this. Now, even if you bought something at $30 and you go and put a stop at $20, so you risk $10 on a $30 stock. So what it means is that you're risking 33%, right? Now, this $30 went up to as high as, even if it went up to $60, once again, you risk 30%, but if you want to make 100%, then that's a really good risk return, reward to risk ratio, right? One more chart. I'll show you our Bison. It's again one of the recent charts. Uh, so over here, I mean, you won't really be able to see what's going on, but come over here, right? Let's say this is the week you're looking at, and you say, you know what, hey, this is an established trend. There's a higher high, higher low. And now once you go and actually buy it over here, somewhere around, say, even if you bought it $20 and put a risk of, you risk $5 for a $20 stock, in that case, 5 divided by 20, you're risking somewhere around 25%, right? That you are willing for the stock to go down 25%. Now this $20 stock is almost going to go up as high as $35. So it went up almost 100%, not yet, but very soon. Looks like it has the momentum with it. So in terms of establishing a trend, it's kind of easy to understand, is there an established trend and you want to hop on it. Now the trend followers edge, as I mentioned, is by taking a look at a chart from left to right? So from left to right, you want to see the stock going up. From left to right, you can clearly see the stock going down. If you're not able to figure it out, use the moving averages. If it's above the 10, 20, 50-day moving averages, chances are on the stock is in a clear uptrend and you want to be buying at a pullbacks. And take a look at it as a movement orderly, right? You don't want to have stock which is moving all over the place. So you want to have stock which has a smooth movements, right? Smooth movement is kind of easy to get on the trend, right? It's all smooth movements. Again, smooth movements. So this is the kind of stocks we want to get into. The best time to really buy is either to buy the pullback or to the moving averages or to break out after consolidation. Here's what I mean. Once you've established the fact that this stock has gone up, it came back, so you can try to buy it against the moving averages somewhere around $30 and put a risk down here. Or if you want to have a confirmed breakout, you go and buy the highs over here when it breaks somewhere around $35. Once again on this one, on the second up move, you can try to buy it against the moving averages, or if you want to have an for it to establish yourself, or $45 once it breaks out, then you can try to hop onto the trend. Now, right now you can see the stock has moved from $40 to $100, so now it's going to take some time for it to consolidate before it can actually make another move, right? Same thing in terms of AOI. The easiest way is either you go and buy it at the pullback over here, or you go and wait for it to confirm breakout and then try to buy it. Same thing, you either try to buy it at the pullback to the moving averages and put a stop right under, or you can wait for an established breakout through the consolidation and try to buy it higher. So multiple ways you can actually trade it. Same thing with Bison, you either try to buy it against the moving averages, or you try to buy the breakout for a confirmed up move. So into the follower's edge, take a look at the chart from left to right. Take a look at understanding of, is the movement orderly, right? If it's orderly, then yeah, this is a good start to trade. And the best time to buy is of course during the pullback to the moving averages or the breakout of the consolidation. Talking about money management. With money management, you need to take a look at your trading journal. You want to take a look at, are you holding your winners long enough, right? If you're holding your winners long enough, then losers will always take care of it by itself. Unless you like the losers to run real hard on you, then yeah, chances are you won't make it. But as long as you hold on to your winners for a longer amount of time and for a longer amount of gain, then of course you'll be okay. Now, in terms of the stop loss strategy, one of the aggressive stop loss strategy, you can always put a stop loss right under the breakout of the pullback candle, or if you're looking for a more conservative one, you put a stop loss right under the swing low. Let me explain. So let's say you are looking at this stock, and let's say you go and buy it right here around say $45. Now, the more aggressive strategies, of course, you go and put a stop right under this very candle, right? If you're more conservative, you want to put a stop right under the $40. So if it goes under $40, you want to get out of it. Same thing with AOI. If you want to go and buy something, let's say on this breakout candle, you go and buy it over here with a stop under $20, then yeah, this would make sense because this is the higher, because it has moved up so fast, so quick. This is the only candle you can take a look at. But if you look at this move up, and this sideways consolidation over here, if you were to go and buy it, let's say on the breakout of the consolidation over here, and if you put a stop right under, sometimes, you know what, because it's an aggressive stop loss strategy, when it has a pullback, you might actually get stopped out. However, if your stop was somewhere, the more conservative one right down here, it would actually be okay, because the stock never really came down back to $20. It actually came down somewhere around 20 to 23 and actually bounced back right up. So that's really the ultimate guide in terms of trend following, guys. If you have any questions, give me a follow at Twitter at WatchlistTalk, or send me a quick email at swatchlist@gmail.com. If you like the videos, please like and subscribe. Have a good one.